Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we will check how well you know traffic rules. I have prepared for you some interesting and slightly tricky traffic situation that any driver can face. So get comfortable, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, write in the comments how many right answers you got. So let's start. In the picture, we see several cars waiting at the traffic light. The red car in the right lane has its right turn signal on. Above the traffic light, there is a sign with a straight arrow only, but at the same time, the traffic light itself has an additional green arrow section pointing to the right. And here is the tricky question for you. Is the red car allowed to turn right in this situation? Option A, allowed. Option B, forbidden. At first glance, the straight-only sign might confuse you. According to the rules, the blue mandatory sign with a straight arrow indeed requires vehicles to continue straight. However, this requirement works only when the traffic light is off or missing. Once the traffic light is operating, its signals have priority over road signs of this type. In our case, the additional green section on the traffic light explicitly permits turning right, even though the sign shows straight ahead. This is a special exception written in the rules. Correct answer, A, allowed. The red car may legally turn right when the additional section is green. If the driver ignores the signal and insists that the sign prohibits the maneuver, they would actually misunderstand the hierarchy of traffic rules. Conclusion: this situation teaches us an important lesson. At intersections, traffic light indications always have priority over road signs of this type. The mandatory sign tells us the general rule, but when the light is on, we must follow the light. Therefore, the driver can safely and legally turn right when the green arrow section is illuminated. The next situation. On the screen, we see an intersection with two cars. The red car is going straight, and the traffic light for it is green. The blue car wants to turn left, and it also has a green light. But at the same time, there is a very important road sign, the yield sign. Now here's the tricky question for you. Who will pass first? A, the driver of the blue car. B, the driver of the red car. Let's analyze this carefully. At first glance, some drivers may think, both cars have a green light, so they can move at the same time. But that's not entirely correct. In reality, the blue car is in a weaker position because of two reasons. One, the yield sign. Even though the traffic light is green, the yield sign requires the blue driver to give way to all cars moving on the main road. The red car is exactly that. It's going straight on the priority road. 2. The nature of the maneuver. The blue car is turning left, which means it already has a potentially dangerous maneuver. Turning left always requires extra caution because the driver must make sure the way is clear and yield to oncoming traffic. The red car, on the other hand, is simply going straight, which is considered the simpler and priority movement in this case. Why the blue car cannot go first: if the blue car tries to move before the red one, it will cut across the red car's trajectory. This can lead to a collision in the middle of the intersection. The yield sign specifically forbids the blue driver from moving first, even with a green light. Why the red car can and must go first: it is going straight, which is the main direction of traffic here. It does not face any yield or stop signs. The traffic light is green, meaning the movement is allowed without restrictions. So the correct answer is B, the driver of the red car. Conclusion: this example is a great reminder that in traffic, you cannot just look at the traffic lights and ignore the signs. Signs and lights always work together. A green light does not automatically mean go without thinking. If there is a yield sign, you must still respect it. The blue car must wait, allow the red car to pass, and only then complete the left turn safely. The red car, on the other hand, has full priority and can move first without hesitation. So remember, green means go, but only if you're not breaking other rules. The next situation. We see a blue car approaching a railway crossing. In front of the car, a person is standing and giving a clear hand signal. The arm is stretched out to the side. Now the question is the driver of the blue car allowed to stop here? Let's think logically. The vehicle is already very close to the railway tracks. A railway crossing is always a dangerous place. Trains cannot stop quickly, and any mistake from the driver could cause a serious accident. That's why stopping right on the rails or moving ahead without permission is impossible. Here we see a man giving a signal. His gesture means the car must not move forward. If the driver ignores it and keeps driving, the consequences could be tragic. Even if no train is visible at the moment, the person on duty has more information. Maybe a train is approaching at high speed. So the driver has only one option: stop before the tracks and wait until movement is clearly allowed. Conclusion: stopping here is not just allowed, it is necessary. The driver cannot be the first to go because the way forward is forbidden by the signal of the person ahead. Moving further would mean entering the dangerous zone of the tracks. Only after a clear sign to continue will it be safe to cross. So the correct decision is stop and wait. The next situation is about overtaking on a road with dangerous curves. In the picture, we can see a red car. The driver has turned on the left indicator and wants to overtake the white car in front. On the right side of the road, there is a triangular warning sign. This sign tells drivers that in 300 meters, there will be dangerous curves. When such a sign appears, it means visibility will be limited and overtaking becomes very risky. Now let us check the possible questions. Question 1. Overtaking is permitted if there are no oncoming cars. This looks logical, but it is wrong, because on a road with dangerous curves, you cannot be sure the road is clear. Question 2. Overtaking is permitted if the speed of the white car is less than 30 kilometers per hour. This is also wrong because the road sign and the rules forbid overtaking near curves, no matter how fast or slow the car in front is. Question 3. Overtaking is not allowed. This is the correct option. Question 4. Overtaking is permitted if conditions 1 and 2 are true. This is also wrong because both of them break the rules. So the correct conclusion is clear. The driver of the red car must not overtake in this situation. It is forbidden by the traffic rules and also dangerous for safety. This picture shows a typical mistake when drivers try to overtake quickly before a difficult road section, but this often causes accidents. The next situation is about the speed limit on a highway. In the picture, we can see a blue car driving in the right lane. On the roadside, there is a green highway sign, and below it, there is a blue plate with the number 50. Many drivers think this means the speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour, but this is not true. The question is, what is the maximum permitted speed for the blue car on this highway? Possible answers: Answer 1, 50 kilometers per hour. Answer 2, 90 kilometers per hour. Answer 3, 110 kilometers per hour. Answer 4, 130 kilometers per hour. Correct explanation: Answer 1, 50 kilometers per hour. This is wrong. The blue plate with the number 50 is not a speed limit. It only shows the distance marker on the highway, meaning that we are at the 50th kilometer of the road. Many beginners confuse it with a speed limit sign, but this is a mistake. Answer 2, 90 kilometers per hour. This is also wrong. The speed of 90 kilometers per hour is the maximum allowed on normal roads outside towns, but not on highways. Since the picture shows a highway, the general rules for highways must be applied. Answer 3, 110 kilometers per hour. This is not correct either. 110 kilometers per hour is sometimes allowed on expressways, but the general maximum for highways is higher. That is why this answer does not fit the situation. Answer 4, 130 kilometers per hour. This is the correct answer. On a highway, cars are allowed to drive at a maximum speed of 130 kilometers per hour, unless another traffic sign shows a different restriction. The sign with the number 50 does not change this rule because it is only a distance marker. Final conclusion: the blue car may legally drive at a speed of up to 130 kilometers per hour. This situation is a good reminder that drivers must not only look at road signs, but also understand their exact meaning. Want to master the road? Subscribe and never miss traffic rules lessons.